Welcome to Spaghetti Shootout. Mark pulled out a rare win last time, but you know what they say, lightning never strikes the same place twice. Can it happen again? We'll find out. You know the drill. Our contestants debate their opinions and are awarded points solely at my, Jimmy here, discretion. The real highlight is sure to be the meatball of the month. You've submitted topic ideas in the comments via email, phone, carrier pigeon, and much more. We've selected one to add to the mix. Our Meatball of the Month winners get a prize in addition to the fame. This month's package includes Viper HS 2.5 to 10x44, Pro Series rings, torque wrench, $100 apparel package, and of course, that cameo from Mark Boardman. We love the comments, so let's see a few from that last episode. At Corral says, other than the last topic, Mark came out firing. Who is this man? At Duke Denari 5858 says, no offense, but I could have sworn Ryan was a much smaller human. I'm looking at all this very differently now. Last but not least, at Wasted U says, at 1723, Texas's pronouns are clearly ye and haw. And that's it, everybody. It's time to exit the Caveat Corral onto our main street for the big shootout.
Without further ado, let's get right into it, folks. All right, Ryan, Mark, how you guys feeling?
I'm doing good, Jim. I'm doing good. In the last episode of Spaghetti Shootout, there was the gentleman that said, I think Mark is just sandbagging, with those losses. And
right.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, but those are all real losses. Yeah, they happened.
But you just won in the last round.
That, an anomaly, yes.
How many coffees you got?
6, 7, 8. I don't know. Who can tell anymore?
All right. Well, hey, I like that. Ryan, you're just calm, cool, and collected as usual?
Ready to rock and roll.
He did seem pretty upset after that last loss.
He was upset.
He wasn't well. All right, Mark, since you won the last round, you're going to go first here when I flash up topic number 1. So, gentlemen, if your opponent was a gas station, what would they be? Now, provide a little context here. It could be a chain. It could be kind of a one-off gas station of sorts, and the why. Mark, please begin.
All right, Jim, you guys are always trying to pit Ryan and I against one another, as if we're on some sort of reality TV show like The Real World, which I think the next season is coming up here pretty shortly. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction today because I like my good friend Ryan, and I'm going to say that he is a quick trip because somehow, amazingly, even though they're pretty compact, they're not a giant establishment, but they always have what you need. Oh, you run out of propane, you get some propane. Oh, maybe you have a cold, you get some chicken soup at the old, they've got delicious fried chicken. Ryan, you make excellent chicken. I don't know, they always have what you need. And Ryan is always helpful. Like, oh, well, let's do this. Well, we need this powder. He's got it. Things of that nature.
What's the powder that we need, Mark?
Some sort of, like gunpowder,
Oh, that kind of powder.
Hodgkin variety.
Okay, got it.
Like that.
Because after our last round, can't be too sure.
Yeah, he's very helpful. And customer service oriented.
Wow, okay. Ryan?
Mark, I really appreciate your kind words, but this is Spaghetti Shootout. Mark is that gas station that is a regional brand, privately owned. You walk in there, there's somebody behind the counter like this. The card reader at the pump doesn't work. You have to go in and pay, but it's cash only, and it's 2023 and nobody carries cash. The milk is expired. There's dust everywhere. There's a bunch of kitschy little signs written in black marker, scribbles all over the place, and the bathroom doesn't work. And that is the gas station, my friend.
Okay.
That you are.
I don't think
I'm setting this off as we're turning a new leaf.
Apparently you've righted the ship. Jim, I know I can't change my answer, but I'm going to change my answer even though I'm out of time. It's not for points. I just want to talk.
Okay.
I need to get some things off my chest at this point.
Well,
you're going to lose a couple points here.
Well, I don't want this isn't counting as my regular answer,
over
though.
Time. Fine, give your answer, but you lose 2 points. What is it? What's your changed answer? You might as well make those 2 lost points worth it. I wasn't actually changed.
Occasionally, after we do one of these, we expound upon the topic. I was saying it was no in relation to my...
See, now you've lost 3 points, so you might as well make it worth it.
All right.
Out with it.
Ryan is the gas station that we encountered on our way to Nebraska that was really a lot like what you described, extremely not well lit. It was covered in dream catchers, the walls, the ceilings, but The person behind the counter was much more sketchy than what you described. And in the bathroom, there was a hole, a crack in the wall that was frankly frightening. I don't know where it went. I wouldn't have been surprised if the Stephen King It character popped out. And yeah, that's what I think.
So you described me as the gas station that I described you as. That's what you had to get off your chest.
Yours was a little bit more. Yours was a little bit more.
Jim was there.
Dingy. I was there. The one that Mark is describing was definitely fresh off of a seance. Or
like
something
if the It character jumped, if the It character jumped out of that hole in the bathroom wall, you'd be like, well, that's not surprising at all.
I think I saw like a little bit of orange, kind of like.
Truly, that is how you feel I operate.
No, it's not. But then you were so hurtful that I lashed out.
See, Mark, you tried to go in nice. That just doesn't work around here.
No.
Nice guys get their ass kicked around
finish
here.
last,
All
yeah.
right, so yeah, here. Yeah. I'm glad we used that round one to kind of warm up and get everybody in the right mindset. Ryan's standing over here looking pretty proud because I didn't feel like he had enough specifics in his explanation. However, despite the fact he got less points than you, you lost some points. And now it's tied up at 11, going into topic number 2.
I have a tendency to do that. I'm a talker.
You do. Ryan's just over here ready to go for topic number 2. Ryan, you are going to go first for topic number 2, and that topic is hunting spot betrayal, friend or not. Let me expound upon this a little bit. Okay, the idea is, this was an in-house production as far as the question goes, but you bring your friend to your most cherished hunting spot. You show them around and you say, hey, look, this is a secret. It's just between you and I. Well, the next time you go out by yourself, there's your friend. Yep. They're sitting in your spot, and as if that wasn't bad enough, they've brought someone else.
Yep, yep.
Ryan, please begin. Let us know what you think about this person and if they're your friend anymore or not.
Quite frankly, Jim, they're not. I've been here. I've been in this position before. You bring somebody out, and they're usually the kind of person who's like, hey, I don't know how to do this that well. I don't understand the lay of the land, the biology, the whole thing. You bring them out there, you try to show them a good time. Usually they're successful. They're just elated and overjoyed with the experience. And I've been there. I won't say this individual's name. But if this individual listens to this show, and I don't know that he does, you know exactly who you are.
And this is why you don't talk anymore.
Correct, and we haven't. And laid out the red carpet. I brought the camping equipment, the chow, the rangefinder, the ballistics data, set up his rifle for him, the whole 9 yards. And yeah.
When you say the person doesn't listen to the show, is that because the person is also on the show?
No, it's not, Mark.
Thank you, Ryan.
No. Moving on. Mark, what do you think?
Jim, yeah, it is over. This person and I are not friends. Frankly, I'm a little disappointed in myself by not being able to read them properly, to know that they would do such an extreme violation of trust. This is unacceptable. This goes against the code of hunting ethics. Spots are sacred. If I've shared something with another person that's as sacred as that, and they violate that trust in that way, and they brought somebody else, I mean, number one, can't trust them. I shouldn't have trusted them. I can't trust them with my wife or anything else that I hold sacred, because this person, I'm telling you, frankly, I don't know which would, I'm fired up. Because I've met people like this before, and I don't care for it. It's over. Done. We're done. Finito. All right.
That is the most decisive and definitive I have ever seen Mark Boardman be.
The vein. The vein.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Is that
He
bad?
does.
How many beats per? It's a lot
His
right
watch
now.
says he's at 216.
It's just kind of like the heart icon, just kind of going.
It's funny, he just pulled that watch out of the package this morning.
It does look.
Actually, no. This watch I've been wearing for, I think, more than a year now, and it's extremely waterproof, Jim. It will survive a cold wash. Yeah, I didn't dry it, but it will survive a cold wash.
Extremely waterproof.
Shout out to the Garmin Instinct 2.
You know what else survived
Solar.
cold washes, extremely waterproof, and also shockproof and everything, was the original Motorola Razr flip phone.
Oh, no kidding, huh? You ran one of those through?
I think a couple times.
They were so compact.
They were. There was no room for the water to get in.
No.
All right, folks, we're going to move on to topic number 3. Now, before I flash topic number 3 up on the screen, I have to remind the viewers and listeners out there that this is a meatball of the month. At the beginning of this episode, you saw some of the wonderful things that you could win if you submit a meatball of the month and it is chosen. So don't forget, in those comments, comment a suggestion for a topic for these two to debate and put hashtag meatball or some sort of definitive thing in there so that we know it is a meatball suggestion, and we'll see if it makes it on here. Now, this one, I've heard, is actually from a local guy.
Oh, wow.
From the south central Wisconsin region. His name is Dan, and let's see what he has to say here. He's going to pop up.
You have to swap places with an in-season animal for 24 hours. Which animal do you choose? When do you take your 24-hour shift? And how do you stay alive?
That's a tough one from our friend Dan there. You are an in-season critter.
There's a lot,
24 hours.
A lot going on there.
So you got to give, he obviously asked for a little context. Now, in the last one, Ryan started us off. Mark, you're going to start us off for this one. Please begin.
All right, Jim, great question. A lot to unpack there. I'm going to go with the mourning dove. Safety in numbers, Jim. Safety in numbers. There's a lot of them. You can only, even if you're hunting, you're only going to get so many, right? Mourning dove hunting, extremely popular. One of the most popular things. But guess what? It's most popular the first week, if not even just opening day. I'm going to be a mourning dove. I'm going to be on the second to last day of whatever state's dove season is. Everything else is fired up by then. Nobody's even thinking about mourning doves. And if somebody does think about mourning dove hunting, they're going to be like, you know what, should we get out for the last day? Not the second to last day. And on that last day, my tactic for surviving is I'm going to just gorge myself in the morning. Food and water in the morning. I'm not flying at night. I'm not going to food or water at night because guess what? Nobody's getting up early to hunt mourning doves on the second to last day. If they go out, they're going to go out in the evening. I'm free as a bird.
How about that? You get a couple extra seconds, Ryan.
I'm just going to take those couple extra seconds now and say I know he read that question ahead of time because that was not off the cuff. I disagree with you, Mark.
Out.
You'd still be a Jake turkey, as we've described before on this podcast, this show. You are, in fact, a turkey, and a Jake at that. For me personally, what I would be is a bobcat in the southern zone of Wisconsin here, first season. Reason being, elusive as hell. A lot of people that go out and call bobcats, they get impatient. They've been coyote hunters before. They're doing that 20 to 30 minutes a set. With bobcats, give them an hour, okay? I'm doing early because most people are wanting to get them during the breeding season, the late season. They're hoping to get one fired up. I go early. It's still relatively foliated out here, and you can't see me because I'm a cat, and I sneak in and I peek around corners, and you don't know I'm there. And yep, that's my answer.
Oh, you had a couple extra seconds.
That's fine.
Well, since you didn't take them, you are down 2 points, 37 to Mark, 35 to you. Those are some good answers. Dan, I hope you were satisfied with that debate there. Whoa.
Ooh, careful.
Look
All
out.
I did is went like
If
this.
you don't have a
Exploded.
lot of experience with an open top cup, those things can happen.
Ryan, you do lose a point there. Mark, you gain a point. For those who are only listening to this right now, or maybe didn't see that, Ryan just had an AD with his coffee and spilt some everywhere. If it was very hot, it could have burned someone's finger.
People could have gotten hurt.
That's right. That's why OSHA is probably going to start mandating lids on coffee cups at work now. Thanks a lot, Ryan. Topic number 4. It's all his
Thanks
fault.
for ruining coffee.
Topic number 4. Oh, here we go. Now this one is, one of those ones from like pop culture, like young people and stuff. Ryan, you're going to go first because the question is best camp shoe, Crocs or HEYDUDEs?
Yep.
Ryan, please begin if you even know what those are.
Yep. Anybody who knows me here at Vortex knows that I have a very strong working theory on who a person is based on their footwear. If I see a Hey Dude running around here, I know everything I need to know about that person. The definitive answer is Crocs are the best camp shoe. There's a couple reasons why. One, extremely lightweight, extremely resilient. They're made out of polymer-like material, not different than sorbethane, a little harder. And so if you step in a puddle with them, Your shoe ain't wet. Your foot is because it's got holes in it, but it dries pretty darn quickly. They're very comfortable, and when you flip them into 4-wheel drive, you need to crawl up that mountain real quick, take that shot, no sweat.
Oh, you're hunting in them too, huh?
Oh, I've been there. I've done that. They're a phenomenal portage shoe.
I bet more than one critter's been shot in Crocs.
You bet. In a HEYDUDE though, I don't think so, okay? That's a fashion shoe, and it's fairly fashion at that. It covers the foot. That's as good as it gets.
All right, Jim, here's the deal, and this goes for both of these options. Neither should be worn in public. When it comes to a camp shoe, though, I have to agree with my friend Ryan. Let's agree to agree. It's the Croc, hands down. Full coverage of the toe. You got the heel strap there. Like you said, you need a little extra traction. Man, you get that thing engaged, off you go. Extremely lightweight. Waterproof. Great for creek crossings. Maybe you got to take, your pants off to cross a creek, but you don't want to hurt your feet. Boom, you wear the Crocs. Oh, you brought waders with you, but you don't want to bring wading shoes. Oh, just put your Crocs right over the stocking foot wader. Off you go there. In fact, if you watch our Alaska deer hunt video, Mr. Brad Brooks from Argali does that exact same thing. Oh, and guess what? The heel strap doubles as a place to put them on the exterior of your pack. Crocs look bulky, but they're actually lightweight, but you don't have to put them in your pack because they got the little heel strap. You weave your strap through, buckle it up, off you go. And they're at the ready. Bam.
All right, you went overtime there. You were on a roll pretty well. You actually got to within one of Ryan, and then you lost a point.
Real
for going
stickler
over.
with the time today.
Naturally. It is a high-scoring game, though, and I am being generous with points today. It is 52-50. Ryan is winning right now, and we're going into the last round.
You sure I went over time? Because with the sound effect thing, I was going off the sound effect thing.
Yeah, the speed of sound is pretty quick, and by the time it reached my ear and by the time you were done talking, I could tell that there was a pretty notable difference. I mean, maybe that's just me, but...
I'm going to watch game film.
Will you? Okay, well, I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Well, you'll hear him at the conclusion of this if I lose, Jim.
And if you win, Mark, I'm sure that I'll get nothing but praise and accolades.
Oh, a lot of accolades. Yeah, so if you want those, I know how much they mean to you.
Sure. Okay, we're going into topic number 5. Like I said, Ryan is up 2 points. Now this is always tough because Ryan is going to wait. You went first last time, right? Yeah.
No. Mark goes first on this.
You're right. Mark goes first now.
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay.
Mark's going to go first. Now Mark's going to rack up some points, and then of course now it's just left down to Ryan trying to rack up some points there at the end, assuming that Mark actually gets any points on this round. So let's see what happens. Topic number 5. You have to fabricate a story to get the day off work for hunting. What is your story? Begin.
All right, Jim, I would like to be super original here, but I'm going to go with Old Reliable, not that I've ever used it before. Incredibly and violently ill. We're talking about projectile fluids. They're coming out of everywhere. And you know why? Will you provide that excuse? Number one, nobody wants to hear about it. Ooh, gross. Everybody's been there, so they understand and they know you're completely incapacitated. Get frazzled. And you guys throw me off. You're incapacitated, and nobody wants to be around you at work, so they're like, they don't even want to risk calling you out on it because they're like, yeah, please stay home, do what you got to do, get through this. This is gross. I don't want to know anything else more about it. Explain no more. Off you go.
Ryan?
Is that it?
Pretty critical with the points lost there, Jim.
Yeah, I was. It was a bit of a fold, but...
God, it rattled me when you did that.
Mark, I'm going to say this is going to be tough for me. Not to throw shade at you because you often aren't here during hunting season.
Because I'm hunting.
Correct. And it's just seemingly allowed. I don't think you have to make up the excuse where my tummy hurts, but I'm being brave about it. I think that you're just like allowed to do that. If I was going to make up an excuse and lie about why I'm not going to be there, I think it would be like something lit on
a customer
fire.
like earlier today?
No, that was
when you were
factual.
lying?
Okay. Not. It was a gentleman from Bemidji, Minnesota, and he wanted to know how the Fury works with the Kestrel rangefinder.
How can you get a point for Bemidji, Minnesota? Oh,
I lit my
get a point
kitchen
for
on
that.
fire. I've got fire damage. That's what I'm going to use as my excuse, and I have to get it sorted out so that I can skip work to go home.
You're gonna get caught in that lie.
I don't. I'm never gonna get over, and the people of Bemidji, Minnesota, are never gonna get over that mispronunciation of the town.
He's a great guy. He shot a 280 Ackley.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
All right, it's 56s right now. It's literally tied up. Ryan was
boy.
gonna be ahead, but I just laughed so hard at Mark that I had to give him a
Jumanji
point.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jumanji,
Jumanji,
Minnesota. So
My grandfather was born in Bemidji. You know
he's
that?
just turning in his grave right
Yeah.
now. Now,
Bemidji.
okay, since it's tied up and we can't have a tie, that's just not how things end around here. I'm gonna ask you guys real quick, and I'm just gonna determine a points number based on your answer. Okay, now that situation where you fabricated a story, and Ryan, don't go all Boy
I'm not
Scout,
trying
Scouts
to.
honor
It's-
crap on us. You just
Yeah.
pretend you're a terrible person for a second, okay? So you are gonna lie.
My tummy hurts and I'm being brave about
You
it.
get one of those in a given year, or else someone's gonna be on to you, right? What hunt are you gonna go on? What are you gonna use your one pass from a fake sickness
And
on?
is it just a day? It's just a day, right? We're talking a day.
Yeah, a day, maybe two if your fabricated story was good enough.
Okay.
And of course that could be, if you do it towards a weekend, you get a little. Anyway, all right, what is it? What are you going
Who's
on?
going
Mark?
first?
Mark, go first.
All right, Jim, and I shouldn't give away my secrets, but hey, we serve the public. I'm taking November 10th for my sick day. I think I've shot 4 bucks with my bow on November 10th. It's a great day for me, and guess what? I shot a buck on the 11th too, so if I get that second day, if I'm extra sick, I'm rolling that right into the 11th for some prime whitetail bow hunting rut activity.
All right. Ryan?
It'll be at your house though, so that's tough.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there.
so you're going to have a hard time selling old Jim on that. For me, it's going to be an early season turkey hunt that things went sideways in the morning because it's light early. I'm out in the field at 10 to 5. Things went sideways. That Tommy hung up and he's up on a high field and I got to figure out how to kill him. And I'm going to spend the rest of the morning, maybe into the afternoon, hell, maybe even into the evening, trying to coax that bird into shotgun range to dump him. Not at Jim's house.
None of the bucks that I'm talking about were shot at Jim's. None of them.
You know exactly what I'm
In
talking about.
fact, they were all
Boardman.
public land bucks.
You know
Bam.
exactly what I'm talking about. Boardman.
Extra points, public land. That's very hot these days, Jim.
When was the last? Did you kill some turkeys on public land this year, Mark?
Hold on. Yes, I did.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, tell me
I
more
won.
about
I
that.
think I shot 2 last
Did
year,
you kill
maybe
any?
3.
Did you kill any capital toms? We'll call them breeding stock toms.
As you would put it, one of the turkeys, as you would put it, I shot Jim's prize bull.
This is true. This is true. I got a picture sent to me, and there wasn't enough room in the frame for the turkey.
He had some hooks on him.
Killed him in a puddle drinking water.
No, he ran into the. He was next to it, and then he ran into it and died in the pond.
Man, that's cool. I'm
puddle.
glad
It
that
was
you've
more of a
done.
puddle.
You know
It was
what?
a
You've earned it.
two-track
You've
that
done a
went
lot of
through.
networking. Some people call it weaseling. I'm good on you, man.
Jim and I are friends.
I know it. I know it.
You know when his voice goes to that octave? It's like Stuart.
Add a little compelling twist for the reader. Stop it.
Okay, I gotta award some points here because we gotta move on. I am going to give this one to Ryan.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna give it to Ryan because I felt like, okay, a couple reasons. Overall, I felt like you, despite the amount of coffees that you claim to have had, you were missing a little bit of that edge today. And Ryan's hunt that he'd be going on is a little more believable because a lot of times early turkey season, your managers, they're just getting out of winter, they're not quite really combobulated once again, and so they may just be, you just called in, he's getting, and also day of, so it doesn't feel like planned, it's just, he woke up this morning, he was unwell. Yours, November 10th, and you call in with the violently, and especially after now you've publicly declared that November 10th is your big day. I'm ready for it. It just doesn't seem. So I'm gonna give Ryan 3 points. I'm gonna give you 2 points just for the banter. So it is
Unbelievable.
59 to 58. Ryan Muckenhirn is back in the winner's circle after just a momentary pause or an intermission, if you will.
Jim, I've been robbed at gunpoint, just like the Seattle Seahawks when they played the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Seattle Seahawks robbing at gunpoint. If I go back to a certain, what was that, NFC Championship or something along those lines?
You're
What
still-
actually was
you're
it?
still
It was
hung up on
playoffs.
that?
There was
You're still
an
hung up on
interception
that?
that wasn't actually an interception. Or no, it was an interception. I can't remember what it was. But it was against our beloved Packers, and the Seahawks absolutely robbed us. Moving on. Ryan, what were you going to say? You get a last crack. Would you like to say it in your last crack? You're going to have to because your last crack is going.
No, what I was going to say was a slight against Mark, but I'm going to withhold that right now.
Okay.
It seems like every time that we have a last crack, we're getting into an impending season, like it's upcoming. And
Sure.
Yeah, which is good. That means that we're trying to encompass the 365 days of hunting here at Vortex. We have a hunter sight-in coming up here. So if you're in the tri-state, quad-state area and you want to get zeroed with professional assistance before the hunt, hop on the Vortex Optics webpage or give us a call. We'll direct you to the sign-up. You can come out to Edge, hang out with the instructors. We'll get you zeroed and confident. Also, if you're looking at your dead hold BDC reticle, your EBR2, your EBR7, your XLR2 reticle, and you're wondering, what do all those lines and dashes mean, and how does it correlate with my cartridge? Check out GeoBallistics. We can help get you on target. Give our techs a call. We'll walk you through the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's my last crack.
If you do that hunter sight-in, it's also all in a climate-controlled indoor range with moving targets and everything, so you're not in your buddy's field and having to dodge his dog that suddenly runs out in front of you or anything like that. And
Leaning
you're not
over the
dealing with
hood.
Rain, yeah, leaning over the hood, yeah, all that stuff. So, great last call there, Ryan. Mark, you of course don't get one because you lost again. And without further ado,
Turkeys don't even have antlers.
I would just, this is true. I would just like to remind all of those of you who are watching that you could be the meatball of the month. You win some awesome stuff. We give you a shout out on the show. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be a meatball? I don't know. I can't think of literally anyone on earth who wouldn't want to be a meatball. So, we'll see you on the next one, everybody. Thanks.
Stop the steal. Comment below.
Bye.
Mark.
Okay.
Mark,
Okay.
you came out nice. Who does that?
Because you guys are always trying
a
to
shootout.
manufacture drama. And
It's
then,
a shootout. Have you ever watched a spaghetti western where the main characters go out into the street and they take a couple of paces and turn around and go, "Hey, you look real good today"?
sometimes
No, they freaking
at
blast
the
each
end
other.
of the movie, there's some sort of like reconciliation between the good guy and the bad guy.